the problem that we are facing. The magnitude of the problem that we are facing is one, again, emanating from what Honorable Ndlovu was saying. If people use undesignated exit points, the same challenge we have is that when they come back, they also use undesignated entry points. So the magnitude that we are estimating is about 2.5 million. That's what the Minister of Foreign Affairs was saying, 2.5 million, but we have 500,000 people who are not registered, but the 2 million are registered. So I think that's the magnitude that we are looking at. And number of returnees will always make sure that we don't time frame this exercise. Remember, if there are 2 million people coming back and we are at 111,000, there is still a lot of work to be done, and there are a lot of resources to be injected into the whole program. So I'm sure then this one, the Gukura one, I wish I was a minister. I was going to. Can you spare us on this one, Honorable Chair? I think a minister can deal with this one. What role are the chiefs in DRM? If you look at the coordination architecture that we have in this country, it goes up to village head. We are now taking DRM to the chiefs after knowing that 67% of this country belongs to our chiefs in the rural area, and they must deal, especially the challenge that we have with the reintegration. So we are taking the whole approach and the whole of society approach to ensure that our chiefs and sometimes our members of parliament, because these are your voters, you must also assist where possible and give guidance instead of talking about the three separate arms of government. When it comes to your voters, I think you can assist us on that one and give us advice. Thank you very much. Let me lost goods. Yes, what we did on people who are leaving their goods behind, we are in the process of discussing with the Transporters Association of Zimbabwe so that there is a lorry that can accompany a bus from South Africa with the goods of these people. So we are in the process of discussing that, especially where there are no vigilantes in those. In Mpumalanga, we are not even allowed to send our own Zupco buses. They say we have a taxi association, and what you do is allow us to ferry them. But luckily, we have people with permits that can go up to all these areas. So we are ferrying our people minus their goods. But I'm sure once we make a breakthrough with the towards people who also report through your committee clerk. I think on the port health issue, where you were talking about the spread of diseases, they are always there 24/7, and the clinic is doing a job. To date, they've attended to 1,407 people out of these 887 people.
Okay. Perhaps a follow-up.
Oh, sorry. List of donations.
Yes.
She must share the contact details with us so that it's there, and it's a cumulative one, and eventually we'll send it to Herald and Chronicle so that no one can tamper with those donations from our people. And we are also capturing some of the donations at Bulawayo Repatriation Center. It's a very busy repatriation center, and getting a lot of assistance from the faith-based organizations, which PS Kunaga was also talking about.
We are saying in case of kind. Now, just a follow-up on the goods of the returnees. Are they paying import duty or is coming duty-free? That's one. Two, import duty, yeah. And then, or is it just free? And then the other issue is to do with those with the Zimbabwe exemption permits, valid until 2027, May 2027. What is the position on that if they have those validity? In your diplomatic coordination,
yes,
how are you handling that matter? And perhaps finally, what are the security guarantees being put in place in order to safeguard women and girls, you know, when the situation is as it is, havoc as it is, if I may say, or chaotic as it is. There's human trafficking, there's sexual abuse, all sorts of abuses, particularly when you talk about women and girls. Honorable Senator Shabam, not Shabam, sorry, Bunguban. Is he there? You used to have something? Because you had said, okay.
No.
Yeah, you may respond to those issues. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, sorry, on the Kukura Hundi, when I was making reference to, I don't think you necessarily have to be a minister because it's part of the disaster. These are some of the undocumented citizens who ran away during that time of the upheaval and have no reference whatsoever to make. Would they also fall under the Kazembe Zembe as was made, reference by His Excellency? Or how are you handling that issue? Because I want to believe it's a bit different from those ordinarily undocumented and those who ran away as a result of, that Kukura Hundi era. Thank you.
Yes, from the reports that we get from the Registrar General, I think they all fall under the same umbrella. They are undocumented Zimbabwean people who must be given their Chitupa, birth certificates, and so forth. So the Registrar General, they will also interrogate those who say they don't have a birth certificate, but it's good that it's now a computerized system. They will, in that process, they can actually see that someone is lying, someone is not lying. So I think they are also doing the issue. Then the other question was on what is it? From what the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs was saying, I think we have made two breakthroughs in South Africa, that we no longer have our people being incarcerated. Once they get our people, they surrender them to the various consulates in South Africa. That's a breakthrough. Otherwise, they will all go to Lindela. Number two, I'm sure from the negotiations which Minister of Foreign Affairs are doing, South Africa is beginning to recognize the Zimbabwe employment permit and for other reasons. So that's what we got from yesterday's meeting.
Okay.
Yes. Then on the issues of
meaning they will stay. They are not going to come.
Yeah, they will stay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it's a breakthrough. But